5 more crimes that were deemed worthy of the death sentence. 1. An unmarried mother concealing a stillborn birth. In the Georgian era, failing to disclose a stillborn birth was a crime. Why? Because many people assumed that the mother had ended the child's life. Of course, married women weren't subject to this law, as they were much too virtuous to do such a thing. 2. Stealing from a shipwreck. Over the centuries, many ships have run aground on the English coast, but in the 1700s, international commerce was growing. Wealthy businessmen were enraged that many of their wrecked ships were being looted and salvageable goods were disappearing. These businessmen lobbied Parliament, and in 1753 a law was passed forbidding the looting of any ships wrecked on the English coast. Obviously, the penalty: death. 3. Returning from transportation. For hundreds of years, convicts were transported all over the world, to the Americas, to the Caribbean, to Australia, but there was one thing the government abhorred: returning convicts. After 1717, any convict found returning to England would be hanged. Personally, I'm not sure I'd want to give up sunny Australia for cold, wet England. 4. Impersonating a Chelsea pensioner, which is a person who lives in Chelsea Pension Home, a place where former members of the British Army live. But why was this such a big deal? Because in most cases, the people impersonating these former soldiers were also trying to claim a pension, and the government doesn't like having its money stolen. 5. Destroying a turnpike. This was a toll gate placed across English roads, and many people weren't happy with having to pay a tax to use these roads, so inevitably they revolted and started destroying the buildings. The government in turn passed a law that said if you destroyed a turnpike, you'd be hanged. Fortunately, we've moved on from this, and if you don't pay your road tax, your car will just be crushed. Hopefully you won't be inside.